Happy weekend, everybody. It is time for another live commentary. I'm probably going to have to record these on weekends from here on out just because of my schedule. But at any rate, here is another bout from the website. This one features Peter Joppich of Germany on the left and Alessio Foconi of Italy on the right. It's from the round of 64 at the 2018 World Championships. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. And the fencers are nowhere in sight, which is always a fantastic way to start. It means there's lots of downtime to talk about both fencers. I believe I've covered both of these guys pretty regularly on this channel. Peter Joppich, of course, has an amazing counterattack with a lot of twists. Likes to set it up with some blade taking beforehand. He's probably the poster child for that type of counterattack. Foconi is a pretty good all-rounder. I think the standout of his fencing, and there they are, standout of Foconi's fencing is his super smooth lunge. It's very deceptively slow at first, and you don't know you have to get away until it's too late. And I'm really interested to see how these two stack up. I'm pretty sure I know who wins this, given the later results from that tournament. But I'll try not to spoil things now in case you've forgotten, and you want some extra excitement. Also, Foconi is he's been around for a while, but he's been at the top level fairly recently compared to Joppich, who's been around, like, since I think 2000, maybe a little later than that. But I'd say Foconi probably has the upper hand on Joppich in terms of world ranking. But still, this could very much be anyone's bout. So let's see. There's the test. Everything looks good. Foconi jumping a little to warm up his legs before the bout starts. Alrighty. And the bout starts. Right off the bat, a lot of scrambling for the blade. Foconi tries to lunge into Joppich's march. Joppich puts out point of line on defense. He likes to do that quite a lot. There's various ways he can set up his counterattack, all of which are equally dangerous. Foconi has trouble breaking inside the distance, so he goes nice and slow, but that lets Joppich take it over. Ooh. Oopsies. Hope Joppich's ankle is okay. Alright, Foconi probing lunges here. Joppich starts marching. How's he going to finish, though? Oh, Foconi tries a twisty counterattack, but Joppich finds an off target. Okay, Joppich on the march again. I didn't see... Oh, okay. The light at the bottom was very late for Joppich, but it was his off target again. Oh, parry post by Foconi. Very nice. The Italians do really like that very snappy bap parry post kind of way forward of their body at the very early part of the opponent's attack. So that is a classic touch by Foconi. Tries a long lunge again into Joppich, but that was a bit far away for that. There's just an off target as a result. Foconi again gives up his attack with a search. Now Joppich starts. Very broken attack. Lots of pauses. Foconi tries to again step in, but that timing felt a little bit off still. He's got to, I think, experiment a little more and find the right timing to do that, but once it's there, it's there. Foconi marches pretty slowly, gives it up. Joppich charges down the strip. Oh! I would say that's probably Joppich's first attack, no, and then Foconi's attack, no, Joppich's counterattack. If my referee intuition is on point. Did kind of feel like Joppich stopped there. But at any rate, Foconi missed that attempted flick, and Joppich got one light with a counterattack. Okay, Joppich starts again. Foconi tries parry post again with the flick. Misses it again. One light off target for Joppich this time. His direct riposte has been way better. That's twice now he's tried that same flick and hasn't really worked out. Joppich is notoriously hard to hit at the best of times, and flicking just kind of exacerbates that even more. Okay, Joppich again marches, varying the tempo a lot, makes it kind of hard to counterattack as we see here. Foconi just kind of tries to close out as he twists, but no dice. Joppich still hits with an attack. You know, for all the talk about Joppich's counterattack being so godly, his attack is actually very good too. Here again goes off target as Foconi tries another twisty counterattack. I'm sure that'll work eventually for Foconi. He's just got to dial in the right distance and timing to use it. But with Joppich changing the speed of his attack so much, that can be quite difficult to find the right time. It may just be a case of guesswork. Again, long lunge by Foconi. That's his bread and butter action. Gives it up. Long broken time lunge by Joppich. but Foconi escapes. Pointed line by Joppich. There it is again. Foconi pushing him nice and slow towards the end of the strip. Joppich is out of space. And again, he can just make touches like that work. That's like twisting to the inside like that, and from that distance doesn't really make much sense, but it just works for Joppich because he's that guy. I'm sure Foconi had no idea how he didn't get a light there. And really anyone would in that position. Oh, infighting! Oh, attempted behind the head touch by Foconi. Little ambitious from that distance, but one off-target light again for Joppich. Okay. More pushing by Foconi. Joppich just offering them the blade. Foconi taking it constantly. Tries to finish compound, and if I could see the lights at the bottom, that'd be great. It's evidently Foconi's attack. It's hard when they don't have the lights on their masks or at the bottom. I kind of have to just guess who hit. It's a little annoying. Alright, who wants to attack? Looks like it's Foconi, but again, Joppich with that insane twisty counterattack. Man. Yeah, he can just... There's not really a set like theoretical framework that makes those actions work for Peter. He's just... That's just experience and his intuition. It is really impressive to see, though. Oh, attempted beat attack by Peter. One light off target for Foconi, though. That flick hasn't worked for either fencer this bout. Oh, nice attack by Foconi. Very crisp. But he just missed slightly. Hit Peter's front arm by the look of things. Okay, Foconi pushes again. There's pointed line a little bit. Interesting. Joppich's not jumping on any of these. He could be attacking whenever Foconi stops there, but he's not. Foconi keeps pushing. Joppich's almost out of space. Oh, okay. It's a parry post battle eventually. Foconi slips in an off target. That was pretty even, though, between both fencers. It looked pretty good for both. Oh, again. That was more the distance from Joppich than the twisting, but still able to juke the tip and get another one-light counterattack. Very impressive. I do kind of feel like Foconi might be fixated too much on flicking. The one parry post he got straight was very nice. That's a nice attack, too. It was kind of done with the coupe, but his finish was straight. It wasn't an attempt to flick over Joppich's back there. I think that's probably going to be the way to go for him. Again, point line setup. This situation was a toss-up before. Let's see if it still is. Joppich's right out of space, though. Oh, Jesus. Oh, and that time, yeah. Joppich, don't think he was quite ready to finish there by the time he got that close. His blade wasn't really on target. Okay, Foconi keeps putting the pressure on. Joppich is still out of distance. Okay. It's hard. Do you like try and crush the distance there, or do you try and just parry post from the distance you were at? That's interesting decision. Peter's still searching, finds it, and now he can start. And with 6 seconds left, they're going to let this one go down to time. Foconi really pushing for a touch there at the end. But okay, it's been a pretty, I'd say, as we expect from both these fencers. Foconi's kind of getting a feel for his attacks and counterattacks a little bit. Joppich is just flexing his super twisty counterattack game. That is always a pleasure to watch. For Foconi, though, like, I do feel like most of the attacks he's missed have been partially because he's been trying to flick so much. The few times he's finished straight have either been his touch or very nearly a touch, but just barely off target. Same thing with his parried post. Also, he switched tactics a little bit and tried to push Joppich to his end of the strip, which is also helping quite a bit. Joppich's attacks, although maybe a little bit overshadowed by his counterattack, are still very strong. And you let him march you down the strip at your peril, as Foconi experienced early this bout. So, tactical situation is probably going to be pretty stable here on out, I'd imagine. Joppich can probably still try his counterattack into Foconi's march. It's pretty tricky because Foconi tends to go so slowly, but it is still doable. We've seen Joppich get successful counterattacks on even more patient fencers than Foconi. Although, to be fair, there are not many more patient fencers than Foconi. Looks like he's a little late coming back on guard. Wonder what he's doing over there. I do also like the camaraderie between these two. I don't know how often they've fenced each other in the past, but they do seem to be getting along pretty well. Hope Joppic's okay. This is taking quite a long time. Oh, Foconi's grabbing his mask, so I assume we're good to go now. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. The camera didn't really turn to show Joppic's side of the strip at all, so... May have been an injury thing, may have been an equipment thing, I don't know. Let's see if anything's changed. Foconi tries an attack pretty soon off the line. Let's see what that call is. It's parry post for Foconi, makes sense. He does have that very snappy hand speed on defense. Okay, Foconi takes the blade, keeps pushing. This has benefited him in the past, but Joppich is able to find the blade again. And tries to step in there. But Foconi again with the super fast counter parry riposte as Joppich tries to step in. Looked like what barely could be called a circle 6. It was more just a flail and happened to find it. Oh, geez, that attack in preparation, though. Foconi's blade work is so precise when he goes straight like that. That is insane. Also, to get one with light with it is pretty impressive as well. Joppich, you could see, was not really where he wanted to be with his blade at that point. That was a good touch, honestly. That was pretty sick. And Joppich can have some problems being super patient in that case. So he does have to watch out for being a little bit too laissez-faire with his blade. Kind of like that as well. That even was more just a late line change, but because Foconi goes straight, he's guaranteed to get a light. Joppich clearly isn't in that situation. Although that did just feel kind of like a miss from him. That was more his mistake than Foconi's brilliance. And again, exact same touches 2 touches ago. Joppich just isn't ready to put the point on yet, and Foconi just blasts in. This bout is quickly turning in Foconi's favor. Looks like Joppich opting not to attack this time. Probably wise to do that. Oh, and again! It was also the same thing 2 touches ago. Joppich just missed with his attempted broken time attack, getting pretty close. And Foconi just counterattacks. So Joppich's got to switch something up at this point. He hasn't tried his counterattack in a while, but to be fair, Foconi hasn't really given him an opportunity to. Foconi keeps marching towards the end. How far is Joppich going to let him go? Okay, that's a little better. So Foconi makes his first step with a search, and Joppich stays in distance, finds an off target. You could potentially work something off that. Tries it again, but again, it's one light for Foconi. That's just down to his hand speed with the blade. Able to find a very quick parry post again at fairly close distance. Joppich, I gotta feel like he's used to that distance being good for him, but not in this case. Foconi's just all over his blade. Same thing. This time it's Foconi who just counterattacks and closes out. Or honestly more of a remise, because I do feel like Joppich found the blade there. But man, this is quickly getting out of control for Joppich. Something has to change here. Okay, slows it down. That's good. And there's a nice touch. Little flick on the shoulder, just to remind Foconi who's boss. And I don't know if that was really a distance mistake by Foconi. He did feel a little bit close towards the end there. Okay, Foconi tries a compound attack. Joppich waits around for him to commit to the attack and then crushes distance. Feels pretty late in the action to go for that counterattack, but it is Joppich, so I'll trust him. That he knows what he's doing with that twist. Foconi keeps pushing. Ooh, tense. Okay. Joppich tries a... Okay. Does that go to him? I feel like it does. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Foconi is pushing him, but he is stopping enough that Joppich is able to take it over there. So that is a good find by Joppich. That is like a point of weakness he can keep hammering on for Foconi. Because he's so patient, he can tend to give up his attack a little bit too soon and leave himself vulnerable to that. Joppich in fighting now. Maybe a little lucky that Foconi ended up in his closed line, but I'm sure it'll work for him. Okay, Foconi keeps pushing. Let's see if Joppich can find that same timing as before. Tries it! Foconi asked for video. I kind of feel like that was his. I didn't see a blade contact by Joppich to give him the right of way there, and it felt pretty continuous. It was definitely a ramp up in speed. Foconi started slow, but I don't know if he stopped there. Nope, referee upholds it. Alright, so Foconi keeps pushing. Joppich takes it over, misses though! Again. Again, Foconi tried to flick over the back. To be fair, there were no other lines really available to him, so why not go for it? Again, Peter finds that. Okay, so Joppich stepping in, closing out in 6, and then trying to behind the head touch before Foconi can do anything. And honestly, that's pretty good, because Foconi's parry forward post has been super fast, but if Joppich traps his blade on the outside, he's not able to get his blade all the way around to parry a behind the head touch in time. Foconi's blade just has farther to travel than Joppich's does, even though Joppich's going behind the head. Which is pretty nice, honestly. Joppich is quite good at that close-distance blade angulation stuff and figuring out the most efficient way to the target. Even the most not the most obvious solution, but it does work for him. Okay, Foconi tries another attack. This time, again, Joppich taking 6 and hitting. That's a good line for him. If he can keep that up, I think he might have this one, actually. He might be able to pull this all the way back. He's almost done it by this point, 10-11. Okay, Joppich keeps attacking. Oh, that's parry post, though, for Foconi. Again, gotta watch out for that against Foconi. Even at a fairly wide-looking distance like that, Foconi can just reach out and get a very quick parry post before you know that it's time to finish. Okay. Foconi keeps pushing. Joppich again offers him blade every now and again. He is almost out of space. Tries another blast in. Did Foconi stop? That is the question. No, he didn't. Oh, yes, he did, rather. So it's Joppich's attack. Foconi's attack, no. Joppich's attack, touch. He's really good at finding those spots to go. Although, to be fair, Foconi is giving him those moments a little bit more than I think another fencer might. Again, Foconi tries a twisty counterattack, trying to take a leaf out of Joppich's own book, but Joppich's still able to find an off-target. He's been very good at finding off-targets there, even when the distance is super close. I gotta commend him for that. Foconi again marches, taking the blade a lot. Joppich keeps the blade out. What's he looking for? Trying to search now? What is he waiting for? Now, okay, there we go. So that time, it did feel like Foconi was making his advance a little bit sooner, so I do feel like that's still his right of way. Joppich says he covered target with his mask. I didn't see it I didn't see that at all. So Joppich is being very brave, waiting literally like his foot barely still on the strip, waiting for Foconi to just stop a tiny bit so that he can step in like that and basically hit with a bent arm pretty much in 6 already and just step past. Foconi, like, he is really good at going smooth, but if the referee interprets that as him stopping, then there could be some trouble. See if this same pattern is going to continue. Oh, Foconi's got enough target light, but I guess, okay. Ooh, Joppich again with the bent arm. That's coming back to bite him again. He found the solution of just holding the blade in 6 and getting super close. But when he goes broken time like that, it's been Foconi's counterattack every single time. Tries a 6 flick. Oh no! Both fencers' blade work is so good though. It's like bam, 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 back and forth. One light for Foconi off target though. Again, Foconi marches, taking the blade a lot. Oh no! Joppich looked pretty indecisive there, honestly. He had also another like half meter of space behind him if he wanted to back up again, but he chose not to and instead kind of held his blade in the high line. I don't know about that. Oh, Joppich again finishes a little too strong. And Foconi slips in with another counterattack. That's going to be it. 11-15. That was a great bout, though. Both fencers are on top of their game. Oh, nice little pat. Congratulating each other. Nice fencing by Foconi. Nice fencing by Joppich. Not quite as nice, though. But yeah, pretty nice showcase. Also, you could really get a feel for the tactical flow of that bout. Both fencers were evolving quite a bit, and I feel like the reason Foconi won is Joppich kind of lapsed back into some of the earlier stuff he was doing that wasn't as effective. But anyway, that's it for today's bout. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay sharp.